Okay.
Okay. So since you are very busy, sorry, Lino, if you like, I speak just a moment. If you're very busy, me and Lino, we can just a few questions. You know, some are for us, some are for our people. Before, you know, many people ask always the same question. You know, so
sure.
Thank you very much to join us, Luke. We appreciate and we are really excited for this. You are this business, you are a platform, you are building, and for this we have some questions to explain also to our people. Okay.
Okay.
Sure. Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
I'll go with the first one, which is very simple. And is it legal? And in which country we are allowed to do this business?
Yeah, sure. Well, it's definitely legal. And so just to bring it back a little bit, when I was thinking about creating a company, you know, it's just critical, of course, that it has to be 100% legal and 100% compliant, because I don't want to be an owner of a business that is doing something outside of the law, of course, okay, because this is my life, right? So everything needs to be actually legal and compliant, of course. That question about the global countries that are eligible at the moment it's completely global, with the exception of some high-risk countries. And if you see your country listed on the drop-down menu, it means that it's included in HashingAdSpace at the moment. If something might change there, then we would have to adapt. But at the moment, from our legal advice, we've just removed the high-risk countries from that drop-down menu. Look, the main point is that, of course, this business has to be compliant, and I'm abiding by Australian taxation laws, and we will be not only just trying to expand globally, but ensuring that we look for the correct licensing in the jurisdiction that we want to be operating in. It's very early days, so of course that's, you know, to come as we grow and we see, you know, countries, what percentage are they buying in minting packages or advertising packages, then would need to apply, you know, to some of the laws that are governed in that jurisdiction. And so that's going to include things like know your customer, okay, anti-money laundering laws, perhaps other things like sales tax on our advertising products. Okay, so all of that is to come, but at the moment it is pre-launch, of course, and we're just getting started, but yes, absolutely.
Okay, just one confirmation. Sorry, Nino. Just you are situated in Australia. You are Australian yourself?
I am, yeah.
Okay. So, Lino, can I go with the next question?
If we are... Cosa?
Can I go with the next question? Or
yes, yes, of course.
Yes. Okay. The next question is, what is HashingAd, your vision? What is your vision for HashingAdSpace?
Sure. So the vision really is to create a marketplace that becomes decentralized and allows people to earn money on the internet. And the way that they earn that is going to be different depending on how they interact with HashingAdSpace. So what we're offering is an advertising product to build leads in other businesses.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay, just swap. Yeah. So the vision is to help people with a platform and a business that they can control their finances and build it into the future. And the reason that I'm saying that is bringing it back to moving towards a decentralized style environment where the members they have a lot of ownership in the business. And HashingAdSpace, which I've said in some various presentations, it isn't designed to actually make money. So the platform HashingAdSpace itself, it was never built to generate profit. Okay, so HashingAdSpace is just to facilitate the marketplace, bringing advertisers and minters together, and that's how we mint the Assimi tokens. Then, of course, in order to make money for myself and for the company, we're doing the same thing as the people that are minting ads or earning the SIMI tokens. So we earn money when a SIMI has value, when it's on the decentralized exchange, and I can use that, for my own life, for the company, for you guys. So everyone who's earning a SIMI really is in the same boat, and that, I think, is a testament to the token ecosystem, that we really are building it and backing it, because that is what it's all about for us as well. So HashingAdSpace, so that was a long answer, sorry, but really what we want to do is build a, we want to build a place that people can come and earn income, to generate leads for their other businesses, to make some passive income, to get interested in cryptocurrency and just how remarkable that is in the industry, and it can be difficult for some people to do that. And so we've really spend a lot of time and effort to make it as simple as possible. Very easy to mint ads. I'm sure you guys will agree if you've been watching an ad each day, earning tokens, very simple. And then we've also chosen the Waves platform and blockchain because of that same reason, with the decentralized exchange, the fiat gateways, the multiple currency wallets. It makes it really easy for people that maybe aren't as familiar with cryptocurrency. They can come in and they can get involved. And one of the really nice things about what we're doing is that we, particularly right now in the pre-launch, we're not asking for any money. So anybody can come and they can just earn some tokens. Okay, that's the easiest way to earn cryptocurrency, isn't it? There's no outlay. They don't need a wallet. They don't need anything set up yet. They can just create a HashingAdSpace account, start minting some tokens, and then they're running down that path, which I believe is the future, really, of money. So it's very exciting.
Excellent.
Thank you.
So as the people, if I understand, as the people, they get trustworthy, they keep the SIMI, and also the SIMI, where you keep the SIMI, where you stake the SIMI, the value goes up also, So it's all a win situation. So I go to the next question, because I'm afraid the Hangout link, is only 30 minutes, something like that. So I don't want the Hangout to shut us down. So the other question is, okay, we all had some, previous experience. We know what we're talking about. So the main question that people are asking are those two. What kind of measure HashingAdSpace has in place regarding security funds, the funds from HashingAds and the funds, the member earn. And at the same time, I give you the two questions, so I give you the time, to answer. And the other question, which is, is linked, is what kind of transparency HashingAdSpace can give to, to the new members, to the customers regarding, offices, operation, blockchain, and what's more. We all know that the more transparent company is, the better, it is. And we all know that regarding security, withdrawals and funds, what you have in place. Okay.
Sure. So can you just repeat the first question? You cut off at measures. What was?
Sorry. The first question is what measure HashingAdSpace has in place regarding the security of the funds? In this case, it's the SIM.
Yeah.
So the funds we're going to the funds the company will have when one time it grows. What kind of security?
Yeah, sure. So let's start with that. The vision behind moving to a decentralized system is really key for that point right there. And that is that what we want is for the members to control their own funds. And that's one of the reasons that we chose the Waves platform as well, because when you create a Waves wallet, it's a decentralized wallet. And what it means is you control your own private keys and you have your own seed phrase, so that, simply put, for somebody that doesn't understand it, even if a hacker got your code, as in your login sort of series of numbers and letters, and your password, they would not be able to log into your account, okay?
It's like the ledger. Yes.
Yeah, that's right. And the reason is that what's happening there is it's storing it on an offline device or on a device itself, just like you've said. So that in itself is really powerful for the members, and it gives them a lot of control over it. And that's a lot of what we're trying to achieve anyway. That said, while we're starting, there is a centralized approach, right? I am a centralized approach here because I have built it, and so I am, running a lot of the functions that are occurring at the moment. As we continue to proceed and move forward, we'll be making those improvements to give a lot more of that control back to all of the members and decentralize even the daily payments, so that when you earn daily, you're seeing that you can send that to any wallet around the world if you choose, much like the mining of Bitcoin or Ethereum, as you may be familiar with. Now so that was security. What was the other question, sorry?
That's good. The other question is what most people usually they ask. What kind of transparency HashingAdSpace has regarding the people,
Yeah. So transparency. Yes. Yeah, sure. So we have a head office now in the Gold Coast. I do a lot of traveling, so I will be back there soon, but at the moment we're down south. It's coming into Christmas, depending on when you're watching this, but visiting family. But what is really powerful again about cryptocurrency is, and this, if you've had some bad experiences with other businesses, a lot of the reason is they say they're doing something and they say they're going to be transparent, but they never really show you their books, right? They never really show you the income and expenditure in their accounts, and that can be a telltale sign that there is something fishy going on with those businesses. Yeah, exactly. So what's really nice about blockchain technology is it's a public ledger. So anybody can see how the Asimi token is performing. Anybody can see where those payments are going, what wallets have tokens, how that's all performing. All right, it's open to the public. So that's first level of transparency right there. Second level of transparency is I would say, in our explanation of our minting packages. So we don't we don't make some promise of 120% or something like that, and then we don't have the business in behind, and what is happening, what we all have seen in the past, is it ends up being a pyramid scheme or a Ponzi scam, because really it was a zero-sum game, and really they didn't have the money to meet their obligations. They were just bringing in money, and some people get it out and some people lose. What we've done with HashingAdSpace is ensure that all of our books balance, of course, because we're building a real business. And so what that means is that every cent that is paid is truly accounted for. So our minting earnings, our minting schedule that goes out every day based on ad views, I mean, they're real tokens that we're distributing to people. And the minting packages that people may purchase if they'd like to lift their minting limits, those packages, they're allocated back to that member. Okay, so we're not taking people's money or Asimi tokens and then distributing it among all of the members, and then some people earn and some people don't. What we're doing is we're allowing people to, like you mentioned, stake actually their Asimi tokens. That's the function of the minting package, and they get all of those tokens back. Plus, they earn the newly minted Asimi based on their ad minting for the day. Plus, they earn a share in the advertising sales revenues, and that circles back to the fact that HashingAdSpace isn't designed to generate money. So as HashingAdSpace generates some profits from advertising sales, they're also distributed back to the members that are minting. Yeah, and I'll be clear there, those profits are being distributed to the minting package holders, so that is not distributed to the one free ad mint that happens for the member. So once people start getting minting packages, those packages earn those additional tokens based on our advertising sales. So all of that, of course, I think that people will be happy just to understand how the money's working. They can see it in their back office. They know how much they're due to earn back based on their minting packages. They can see how their minting is performing. So I think people will appreciate that. Plus, of course, everything, and I've said this in other videos as well, but it's important that a minting package for us as a company is actually on our books as a liability. Okay, that's not an asset of our company. So when people send us the SIMI tokens to purchase a minting package, that's truly that's owed back to those members. So it's not money of our own. Okay, so all of these things I think will help members' confidence about how it's working financially behind the scenes. And we have an Australian registered chartered accountant as our finance manager, and he's doing 20 to 30 hours a week with us, so he's looking after all of those books. That's key to note as well, okay, because I know when you're looking at a new business and you're thinking, who's Luke, right? Who's Luke? And you're thinking, can he do it all? That it is far more powerful. Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, now yes.
Yeah. Now we had a short cut. So
sure.
I understand it very well. And what I like to say is because many people don't know, even me, this crypto goes so fast. So can you give just a short example? We're doing by clicking the ad, we do it the action of work, and by taking the packages, we do the staking. Correct me if I'm wrong. So can you give just an example for a coin like maybe Dash or whatever, which if some people say you did something completely new, can you explain people that there are already some coins out there which they use, just one kind of those situation, right?
Yeah. So the two most common ways to help verify a blockchain and keep it honest, if you will, is proof of work or proof of stake. They're the two main ways that has emerged in the market. So proof of work is typically known as Bitcoin. It was the first cryptocurrency, and that's how they keep the transaction ledger. And so what's really happening is there's a computer keeping track of all of the transaction records. So if I send you Bitcoin, you send me Bitcoin, the computer is keeping track of it all. And then at the end of 10 minutes, it decides, okay, these are all the transactions. And then there's a lot of computers around the world doing this, and then they all compete to solve this mathematical puzzle. And then whoever solves it first wins the Bitcoins. And at the moment, it's quite a big prize, right? It's 12.5 Bitcoins right now. It started at 50 Bitcoins every 10 minutes being paid to these miners. And so we wanted to start from that premise that is how Bitcoin grew. And I don't want to go off on a tangent, but when Bitcoin launched, there wasn't an initial coin offering. There wasn't people fundraising about Bitcoin and you send the money and then you get to participate. What happened was they tried to build a community, and they said, we think this is a great idea. And people got behind it, and they started mining Bitcoin. And then those early adopters became very well rewarded as time went on and Bitcoin went up. We wanted to start from that same model, and that's what we've done with the pre-launch. We've said, hey, just come and earn a SIMI. Okay, we're not going to ask you to pay for it. Just come and earn it, and then build the community, get involved with what we're doing. So we wanted to do the same thing with the proof of work mining. We thought, look, we're built on the Waves blockchain, so we don't need to look after transaction ledger. Okay, Waves facilitates that because we're built upon that blockchain. That frees us up to do something unique that we would like to do, and so we've tied it to viewing of advertisements. So every ad view gets an equal share in that minting for the day in the 17,438. That's going to halve every 4 years, just like the Bitcoin schedule does, and you can look at that on the white paper at asimi.io. So what we're doing there is we're getting the community to work. Okay, so this is the proof of work component. You come here, you watch ads, and you earn. Each ad is an equal share of those new SIMI tokens. So it's not like you watch 10 ads and then you can just earn unlimited money.
Yeah.
Every single ad, okay, that's what you get paid for. And the more work you do, the more you'll earn in that new SIMI share. On top of that, there's the proof of work, which has emerged as, in my opinion, and the opinion of other people, it's a more environmentally friendly consensus where you don't have factories filled with computers all trying to compete for these Bitcoins all day, every day, 24 hours a day. And so I was drawn to that as well. I really like that idea, and I think that there's going to be a lot of merit in that in the future, and potentially some modifications for that. So that Waves is set up that same way. So you can stake your Waves tokens, and then you can earn some transactions and fees and things like that. So we wanted to do something similar to that, because what it does is it does two things. Well, the main thing that it does is it does two things. Let me start with one. One is for our advertising platform. For our advertising platform,
to say something. If the Zoom cuts, don't worry, because he has a timer. Do you know how much you have left?
No, non lo stoppare, fallo finire, che 5 minuti.
Okay, sorry, no, just to let you know. Okay,
5 minutes.
Yeah, sure. No, that's okay. Yeah, and that's what I was saying to Jets. Today's a really busy day. I think I'm probably going to be at 16 hours in front of the computer today, so it's been a big day. Yeah, but basically, the proof of stake does two things for our personal economy. One, for the advertising, it qualifies the viewers. So if you want to view ads on our website, it means that you have actually come here and you put some money in, and you're committed to our network and you're committed to our community. And it means that, most importantly, that you're interested in making money from home. And that's why we've targeted the make money from home niche for our advertising campaigns, because they go hand in hand. You've got people that want to earn money, so it's likely that they may be interested in other offers, other things online. A lot of people are doing several things on the internet. Okay, so that's going to be great for the advertiser. And then the other thing is the proof of stake is great for the token economy, because what it does is it allows people to get the tokens and then put them at stake and say, look, I'm behind the token economy, and it gives them, it gives them a reason to care about the economy. Yeah. If there was no proof of stake, then our minters would be more likely just to come in and earn tokens and not really value the tokens, because they have no vested interest in business. Okay, so that's the two main roles that the minting package plays, and the most important part of it is that the minting package is essentially free. So yes, you have to stake your tokens first, but you get all of those tokens returned to you, plus the profits of the new minted, and also the advertising revenue.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Excellent. So actually,
the last question, Luke, is the last. How this 10% commissions on what and 4% commission on what people earn?
Sure. So during the pre-launch, there's no purchases. So what we wanted to do is allow people like yourself that may be out there promoting the business, building teams, allow you to earn something for that effort during the pre-launch. So during the pre-launch, we are awarding 10% of what your referrals earn. Okay, so if they mint, then they will earn something and you'll get 10% of that. That is outside of the general business commission structure. And so that will be awarded in one lump sum payment after launch.
Okay.
And so that's why you'll see it right down the bottom. It's not part of your evaluation.
Yeah, it's just exceptionally for the launch.
Separate bonus that we've set up just of the purchase of a minting package. So that's based on the purchases, and there's no commission based on earnings at that point. We pay 4% on minting packages and 50% on advertising packages. So I think that so we have to understand, we are giving 100% of the minting package back. So how do we pay 4% to the referring agent, right? So that's why it's a little bit lower than perhaps what you've seen in the industry, but that's because this is real and we actually have to account for all of the money. And so we are paying that 4% out of our own pocket based on our advertising sales that gets paid to the referring agent. So that's why it's 4%. In the future, if we can up that, then we may adjust it. But at the moment, that's what we've set it at based on what we've modeled and what we think we can achieve. Next to that, the 50%, my personal opinion is that the 50% for the advertising packages is a huge offer, and a lot of leaders around the world might share my view that now, you know, there's a viable advertising source based in home-based business, make money online, that you can go and promote, that, you know, people can get leads for their other home-based businesses and share that with your lists and things like that. So there's a really strong earning opportunity in the advertising as well, particularly being 50%. So, you know, I think all round, I think for the person that's really involved and they earn some minting rewards based because they've purchased some minting packages, plus they have a few referrals that are also purchasing minting packages, which is a recurring commission as members want to buy more minting packages and earn more. Plus, then they also have the advertising as well, you know, occasionally, and that's going to be a big lump sum commission as well. So I think all round members will be able to do very well out of our system.
Great, very well. Thank you very much, Luke, for your time. And
hey, thank you for having me on.
See you soon on these waves.
Yeah, absolutely. And let me know if you. I wasn't aware that this was going to actually be a recorded call, but let me know if you would like to set up another one. I'm always very happy to get on calls, and you've got to share the message and what's really happening here.
Yes, Luke, I want to ask you this. I know this is a Christmas time. After Christmas, New Year, we can do a webinar. We arrange a webinar with our people, and you can participate with you and Jen as our guests. Okay.
We did this on Preface, so me too. I can give to some people, some Swedish people, leaders, to give them, you know, an appetizer. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
So,
great.
Because before they want to put their people, they want to have, you know, at least
absolutely.